Good afternoon. Welcome to the Mind of STEM channel, where you get your daily dose of science, technology, engineering, and math. I'm your host, Leon Jones. And in this segment, we're going to talk about the science of food science, or the discipline of food science. And the reason why we want to talk about food science is because there are always new developments when it comes to technology. Now, if you look at food science, you can say food science comes under biology and chemistry. And also, food science, because I live here in Indiana, could come under a big industry known as agriculture. So, when we talk about food science, it's basically a basic science and applied science of food. Its scope starts with an overlap with agricultural science and nutrition, and it leads to the scientific aspects of food safety and food processing, informing the development of food technology. Now, the Institute of Food Technology defines food science as the discipline in which the engineering, biological, and physical sciences are used to study the nature of foods, the causes of deterioration, and the principles underlying food processing and the improvement of foods for the consuming public. Now, the textbook food science defines food science in simpler terms as the application of basic sciences and engineering to study the physical, chemical, and biochemical nature of foods and the principles of food processing. Now, activities of food technologists include the development of new food products, design of processes to produce these foods, choice of packaging materials, shelf life studies, sensory evaluation of products using survey panels or potential customers, as well as microbiological and chemical testing. Now, food scientists may study more fundamental phenomena that are directly linked to the production of food products and its properties. Now, food science brings together multiple scientific disciplines because it incorporates concepts from fields such as chemistry, physics, physiology, microbiology, and biochemistry. See, food technology incorporates concepts from chemical engineering. For example, talk about the disciplines. Now, some of the disciplines of food science are food chemistry. Now, food chemistry is the chemical process and interactions of all biological and non biological components of foods. Now, the biological substances include such items as meat, poultry, lettuce, beer, and milk as examples. It is similar to biochemistry in its main components, such as carbohydrates, lipids, and protein, but it also includes areas such as water, vitamins, minerals, enzymes, food additives, flavors, and colors. Now, the discipline also encompasses how products change under certain food processing techniques and ways to either enhance or to prevent them from happening. Then you get food physical chemistry. Now, food physical chemistry is both the study of physical and chemical reactions in foods in terms of physical and chemical principles applied to food symptoms, food systems. Now, as well as the application of physiochemical techniques and instrumentation for the study and analysis of foods. Now, again, food physical chemistry is the study of both physical and chemical interactions in foods in terms of physical and chemical principles applied to food systems, as well as the application of physiochemical techniques and the instrumentation for the study and analysis of foods. Now there's food engineering. Food engineering is the industrial process used to manufacture food. Then you have food microbiology. Now, food microbiology is the study of microorganisms that inhabit, create, or contaminate food, including the study of microorganisms causing food spoilage. Now, good bacteria, however, such as probiotics, are becoming increasingly important in food science. In addition, microorganisms are essential for the production of foods such as cheese, yogurt, bread, beer, wine, and other fermented foods. Now we go to food technology. Now, food technology is the technical aspects. Now, every scientific research in food technology concentrated on food preservation. Now, Nicholas Appert's development in 1810 of the canning process was a decisive event. Now, this process wasn't called canning then, and Appert did not really know the principle on which his process worked, but canning has had a major impact on food preservation techniques. Then you have molecular gastronomy. Now, molecular gastronomy is a subdiscipline of food science that seeks to investigate the physical and chemical transformation of ingredients that occur in cooking. Its program includes three axes, as cooking was recognized to have three components, which are social, artistic, and technical. And then you have quality control. Quality control involves the causes, prevention, and communication dealing with food-borne illness. Quality control also ensures that the product meets specifications to ensure the customer receives what they expect from packaging to the physical properties of the product itself. And lastly, there is sensory analysis. Now, sensory analysis is the study of how customers' senses perceive food. Now, when it comes to countries and government, well, you have three countries. You have the United States, Korea, and Australia. Now, the Commonwealth Scientific and Industrial Research Organization, called CSIRO, is the federal government agency for the scientific research in Australia. CSIRO maintains more than 50 sites across Australia and biological control research stations in France and Mexico. It has nearly 6,500 employees. Now, South Korea. South Korea has their own agency. It's known as the Korean Society of Food Science and Technology. It's called KOSFOS. It claims to be the first society in South Korea in food science. Now, in the United States, food science is typically studied at land-grant universities. Here in Indiana, it would be Purdue, because many of the country's pioneering food scientists were women who had attended chemistry programs at land-grant university, which were state-run and largely under state mandates to allow for sex-blind admission, but then graduated and had difficulty finding jobs to widespread sexism in the chemical industry in the 19th centuries. And I'm talking about the late 19th and early 20th centuries. So, finding conventional career paths blocked, they found alternative employment as instructors in home economics departments and used that as a base to launch the foundation of many modern food science programs. The main U.S. organization regarding food science and food technology is the Institute of Food Technologists, known as IFT, headquartered in Chicago, Illinois, which is a member organization of the International Union of Food Science and Technology. That concludes this video on the topic of food science. If you like what I just presented, please comment, share, and subscribe. You can also check out the 401 Talk Zone radio show channel also on YouTube. Now, on that channel, I give you more of the controversial type of topics. We get into politics, we get into feminism, Marxism, we get into red pill, blue pill. And also, if you want some more deep topics that are too good for YouTube, check out my Blog Talk Radio show. Now, I do my Blog Talk Radio show every weekend, so it varies. It could be Friday, Saturday, or Sunday, and sometimes even Mondays. Now, I have a guest calling number. It's 215-383-5785. And if you can't find my Blog Talk Radio shows on Blog Talk Radio, and you can't find my YouTube channels on YouTube, you can always find them on Twitter and Facebook. I'd like to thank you for viewing this video. If you want to see me make more videos, continue to support my channel. It's free of charge, because at the end of the day, knowledge is power. And I want you all to have a wonderful and blessed day. Till next time, my name is Leon Jones. You have a good afternoon.